one of the really interesting things just in my own coverage of the game, as someone who, was kind of essentially like unlocked via the 99 World Cup and that team, right? And I've spoken to Julie about this in person, even as it's just like, it's not just inspiring like the Sam Mewises, right? Who are going to take the field and become the next generation of national team players. It's also inspiring people that can step into front offices or journalism roles or like all of the other kind of support roles that make decisions that are going to help grow the women's game. But one of the big things, and again, 96 unlocks 99 and 99 unlocks basically the entire world of women's soccer at this point. But so much of that, I think, rested too on, I think, your willingness also to become the face of a sport, even though I feel like you did not always have like a comfortable relationship with that role. And it, you think about Megan Rapinoe and Alex Morgan now, right? Like kind of the rise of superstars coming out of women's soccer. But when I think about kind of the prototype of that, it's really you in 99. And we're not necessarily seeing that unlocked in other countries yet. I think we're starting to get close, right? But there's something magical about the US women's national team and kind of creating these big marketable sports stars that hit this higher platform. I'm just, as someone who's been on the inside of that and has had to balance the individual attention with the fact that it's a team sport, your personality with the fact that that's a lot of attention on you, but also that it's going to help grow the game. Like where do you see this going in terms of the global perspective of the rise of like a women's soccer football superstar?
Well, I think, from when I was playing on the team till now, players are so much more accessible and they can kind of pick and choose how they want to connect with their fan base, their sponsors, how the leagues want to use them, how their clubs want to use them. I'm just like you, following different clubs in Europe and seeing who they're signing and kind of how they're marketing those players and how they're introducing those players. So all these are positive. With regards to my approach, I think I struggled with it at the beginning because, one is how I grew up. I was one of 6 kids. It was kind of like, I wasn't the golden child. I was the 4th in line. So you're kind of always like, I don't know. I was just always able to do what I like doing. And I wasn't forgotten, but I wasn't firstborn or I wasn't the baby. I was just the 4th. And so that's kind of the role I was comfortable playing. The fact that, as I got better as a player and more attention, it got me out of that comfort zone because I hadn't lived my life that way. Like even when I first made the national team, I remember coming back from a training camp and I told my dad, I was like, I'm not very fit. I never owned a pair of running shoes and I still had to pay for half of them. That's kind of what it was. So from early on, I understood the importance of being part of a team, and my team was my family, and that there was always, you were always in this role of service. So I think trying to deviate from that just wasn't natural because that's not what my life was growing up. That's not what my life was at home. It was always thinking about the greater good first and foremost. And so trying to kind of take that and shift it to, hey, look at me. I struggled with that. And so I think, it's kind of like trying to figure out your own leadership style. You think, oh, I have to be like this player or this person. And then you just realize that you are who you are and embrace that. And I also was very honest with myself with regards to why I played. I played for my teammates. I loved playing a team sport. So any opportunity to kind of, and my success was in direct correlation to their investment in me. And me being able to say, hey, I have value, I'm worth that investment as well. But, I spent 99% of my time training with my teammates. They made me better. They made me the player that I am today. Yes, I had to wake up every single day and recommit myself. But if Carla Overbeck isn't kicking my ass every single day in practice, I don't get better. If Joy Fawcett or Julie Foudy isn't setting higher standards for us with regards to our fitness, we don't win World Cups. So it wasn't to deflect. It was more to celebrate what I got to see every single day. And those women are still such an important part of my life and how I raise, my kids. And so I think for me and for players going forward, you have to find who you are and you have to embrace that. And I think that's what you see in these players is that they're able to do it on a bigger scale. And it goes back to what I said, being authentic. If that's what motivates you, if that's what moves you forward, people will follow. And so, I'm excited about the future of the game. I'm excited about the young players coming up and to see how they kind of, steer this national team and steer the game in their own way, in their own image.
Yeah. No, and I think about someone too, like Sam Kerr, right, who we keep bringing up, and her move to Chelsea and what that kind of unlocked. And obviously, again, you've got the platform of a home World Cup coming up for her as well.
Yeah.
She's, the leader of that team. And I think that she's someone that has been in the spotlight for a very long time. I mean, that is also kind of the fun of Australia is, Sam Kerr is not that old at all, but we have been able to watch her play the game for a very long time, thanks to them introducing players in at such a young age and us getting to watch the core of that team grow for such a long time.